Peace and hair grease. We back at you again. Young TV, Young News, man. Get him in here.
What I wish I knew at 18 instead of 28? That Young Elder News 9 would be my go-to for all things news and more. Broadcasting live worldwide, we've got over 3 million listeners tuned in every day. From world news to stock markets, government topics to the quirkiest stories, we cover it all on Young Elder TV. And remember, folks, you heard it here first. Our friendly team brings you the latest scoops with a dash of that good old Southern charm. Whether you're curious about the latest political twists or need the lowdown on the economy, we're your go-to source. We make sure you're always in the know, in the most engaging and entertaining way possible. So buckle up, y'all. It's time to dive into the world of Young Elder News 9, where the news is always fresh, fun, and downright fascinating. Stay tuned, spread the word, and remember, you heard it here first. Young Elder News 9, the hottest show in the game.
Peace and hair grease. People are scared. They say, hey man, you want Young Girl, you may want to take that tape you just did down about Yellow Beezy. Man, I ain't taking nothing down. We're in the year of truth. So if you on the wrong side of wrong, you about to get ready to go down. And speaking of going down, Big U has been arrested. And we're gonna get into it because it's a lot of word going around amongst the 60s. The Big U OG status is, he wasn't coming correct. Big U, the 60s is talking. And they saying that Big U got out steering the youngsters in the wrong direction. And they didn't. A lot of the OGs were scared to speak up, but a lot of the young OGs started speaking up, saying that Big U might have told to get out of jail early, and that Big U was protecting certain beings that were snitching on the yard. It's a whole bunch of stuff going around. They saying that Big U was lying about his knocking out 30 Latinos in the ride. And then the Nipsey Hussle thing. They saying they were allegedly Big U is the one that put the play on Nip. That Shitty Cuz was rolling with Big U. They got him on tape fighting with Big U at the club one time. Shitty Cuz. They said it was 6-0 business. Nipsey Hussle hit was 6-0 business. Because Nip had the recording studio recording, and Big U was his manager, and he was paying Big U $10,000-$20,000 a month. Then he cut Big U off. Big U got mad, won't take the studio equipment. Big U came over to get with a whole bunch of 60s to get the studio equipment. Black Sam, yeah, we gonna give you the whole rundown. Black Sam pulls out a gun on the 60s. The 60s they had guns, but they didn't want to get into no real bang out. Make a long story short, the equipment ended up getting turned over to the 60s. But Nipsey Hussle bought his own equipment. Nipsey Hussle got him a better looking girl than Big U. He got Laura London. He riding high on the heart. He riding high in the 60s. He getting lifted up high in the 60s, higher than Big U. Big U wasn't even never heard of till after. A lot of you people, they ain't never heard of Big U until after Nipsey Hussle got took out. And all you 60s in shout out to all my neighborhood, man. Shout out to the neighborhood. But y'all know the real truth. Neighborhood, you know the real truth. Big U wasn't flying right, man, in this day and time, or how we supposed to be flying as the Blue House. He was going corrupt. And then playing it off like he a good guy. Like he was doing stuff, but then at the same time, he shysting his own clan. He shysted his own clan. And Nipsey Hussle, you putting the play on Nipsey Hussle, Big U was ultimately, I knew it was gonna come back one way in the universe because Nipsey Hussle was a cool cat. So I knew it was gonna come back to you one way. I thought Big Sam then was gonna put the play on you, but Big Sam probably thought like I thought and let the universe deal with it. And this is the universe coming back to deal with what you did with Nip. And it's the truth. You can get mad all you want in the neighborhood car. Man, I'm telling you, man, Big U wasn't flying straight as an OG, especially an OG that supposed to know the game, that was hooked up with Farrakhan. They gave Big U extra time when he went to jail just for turning 60s into Muslims. So he know the game, he know the war on the land. And he gets out and he running this game against his own clan. He using fear tactics because of his family, like he untouchable, but he ain't untouchable by the police and the feds. Hey, shout out Black Sam, man. R.I.P. Nip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Black Sam. You heard me? And Marathon Burgers, man. You know? Uh, so it's like that part, man. The Rollin house know that Big U wasn't flying right. And so this just that karma. And Brick Baby and all the rest of them. Big Baby was on there doing all that talking on the police channel. What's the police channel? Jump Man, Jumper, No Jumper. Yeah, him and Bad TV is the policeman, and he on there telling everything. Yeah, so Big U, this is the get back for Big Mama's get back for how you came out wrong on the Blue House, right? And you was flying, and then you put the play on Nip because of jealousy and hatred, right? And you got shitty cuz who the flunk out on that deal, and we know and what you need to do, Big U, you need to go ahead expose the LAPD that was involved with helping you. Expose the LAPD, Big U, to the feds, and that's probably what Big U finna get ready to do. Let me tell you, Big U probably. I'm gonna tell you what Big U probably finna do. Big U probably finna expose the LAPD. Only problem is half of them people that he probably gonna expose working for the same people who got you. That's what you gonna flunk out at. Yeah. Hey, they had the police on the walkie-talkie talking stuff about Nip at his funeral. LAPD, they got them on walkie-talkie talking over the walkie-talkie during his funeral, saying how they need to put him in the ground and he's stinking this and that. They talking about Nipsey Hussle while he was in the casket, man. While they was hauling his body. The police, the LAPD. And you already know what LAPD about, all the way going back to Operation what it was called. We put a tape out about it. We put a tape out of it's a tape that's gonna come out Saturday about Jeff Ford, right? And Jeff Ford's story. And I might do a breakdown myself on Jeff Ford. But Jeff Ford's story ties into Raymond Washington's story. Jeff Ford is the Red House Rook for Big Mama, and Big Took was the Blue House Rook. And you already know how Rooks move, right? But like I said, to my shout out my Rollin, right? My neighborhoods. But all the original neighborhood from Slauson, Crenshaw, 60s, all the big OGs, homies that's listening, y'all know Big U was not moving correctly as an OG that know the game at this point in time on the land. He wasn't moving correct as a chief. WAC 100 is a spokesman. Y'all ain't overstanding what who WAC is on the land. See, a lot of this stuff that might go over people's head. But WAC one of the spokesmen on the land, one of Big Mama's spokesmen. Just like Charleston White is significant as one of Big Mama's babies on the land. But like I said, neighborhood, Nip. I mean, you know what happened to Nip, and you know Nip was a good dude. Nip didn't deserve what happened to him. This is just over plain stupidity and jealousy. And Big U got mad because Nip Hussle didn't come to that DP. You know what a DP is, right? It's when in the game when you mess up and disrespect the OG, you got to come and get a discipline. So you got to pull up and they put hands on you in the alley. 10 big niggas. You ain't gonna win a DP Because if you out there winning, there more people they'll put on you. So they'll put two big niggas on you first. You fighting them two, if they get you down, then if they beat you good, they might let you slide. But if you whoop them two dudes, it's really no really hard to get out of a DP unless you really that dude. You know what I'm saying? You gonna whoop 5, 6 dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you get. But some people get shot in the DP because they didn't come to it. Most time that's the rules. If you don't show up to a DP, you get shot, and that's what ultimately that's what they call. That was the play that the '60s well, a certain group that Rollin with Big U called said that Nip didn't come to that DP, so he deserved the gang rules, and that's to get ousted because he didn't show up to the DP for disrespecting the OG. But you got to look at this. Big U wasn't flying right as an OG. To all the OGs that's listening in the real from the real original roots of the clan, the neighborhood clan, y'all know Big U wasn't right, man. He was using his fear and talking about, oh, I'm a karate guy and all that. Yeah, karate don't work with a 9 with some 45 in your face. I'm telling you, karate sound nice with a, I'm saying, with a, hey man, look man, we're gonna talk about it's a tape that I'm putting out tomorrow. I ain't gonna tell y'all, but it's gonna be funny though. I'm gonna do a live tomorrow that's gonna be funny about this old lady though. But yeah, but just listen to this. So this is that get back for Nip and how Big U was moving on the land since he got back out, and he wasn't flying right for OG. He wasn't flying right in this time. We've been at war, and he know we at war, and he come out to sabotage and pretty much call the division in the neighborhood car because some people went with Big U, some people went with the people that was down with on Nip's side. So it caused a division in the car. You saw what all Nip was doing. The Big U was jealous of Nip, that he was bigger than him in the neighborhood, and he wanted to be the biggest. Because you notice why after Nip get took out, he go on all these shows. He on Breakfast Club, he on all in New York with Jim Jones and all this. And I ain't never really, to be honest with you, I ain't never heard of Big U till after Nip Hussle got died. To be honest with you, I never even heard of him. Have you? Did you hear? Have you ever heard of Big U before Nipsey Hussle got killed? And all said, boom, he take off. And then, not to mention that, they come out to Black Sam to take over the particular group of the neighborhood that's rolling with Big U come after under the Crip Corporation come after Black Sam to take over the Steel Marathon, the Marathon clothing line. Big U. And you think this ain't no conspiracy? And we ain't got it. How we know LAPD was allegedly involved with Nip is because how did City Cuz get the lawyer that was a defense lawyer, a defense attorney against OJ. Y'all ain't put that together. And then when people started that questioning it, they bagged him off, said that he was receiving threats and shit for the 60. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but man. Yeah, but like I say, neighborhood, y'all know Big U ain't right, and it's the get back. You can't go around doing wrong all the time in this day and time in 2025 and think that shit gonna fly. This is the divine, this is the time of truth. This is the time of righteousness. And Big U wasn't on the side of righteousness. He was on the side of making the 60s, putting the 60s back under more bad scrutiny. At the same time, playing like he a good guy in the eyes of the public. And at the same time, working with LAPD. Listen up, neighborhood. Y'all might not believe it, but Big U was working with LAPD, cuz. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm from the Blue House, cuz. But I ain't from neighborhood, but I'm from the Blue House. And we was down with neighborhood before the Raymond Washington thing went down. For the COINTELPRO Pro under Operation Crash took out Raymond and then blamed the Hoovers. The Hoovers they had nothing to do with Raymond. Cuz. Listen to what I'm telling you. They've been trying to keep us at war with each other on the land, the Blue House and the Red House. Shout out my Pyru, shout out my treetops, right? And shout out my brands, shout out my bounty hunters, right? Shout out to Bompton and shout out Compton and Bompton. You hear me? West Side and East Side, right? Shout out LA South Central, Cranston and Slauson, RIP Nip. But what I'm telling you is there's been a COINTELPRO operation on the land to keep the gangs war going. And Nip Hussle was all an instrumental in probably putting a hawk to it. And they got rid of him. Also connected, he was connected with the Dr. Savy thing. They put another nail on top of it. Right? But Big U gets out, knowing the game, knowing what we at war, and he put us into a bad situation. Then he take out a good nigga that could have been potentially somebody that could change and change how we was going. LAPD, you know what's up. And so don't be surprised if Big U get in there and start running a couple police names that was out there on the scene doing and sitting in that white car. That white unmarked car that was all of a sudden out there when Nip Hussle was getting hit. Right? And Shitty Cuz had an earplug in because when he shot him, they said go back and make sure he did. Whoever this is said go back and make sure he did. Now it's other people saying that, oh well, Nip Hussle didn't even get shot. The whole thing was staged, right? But this is the thing. It don't matter about that. All I know is Big U wasn't flying right on Crip, cuz he wasn't flying right. And I ain't even down on Cali line to see that. It's just that I got a third eye. You gotta understand who you dealing with. I got a third eye, and I listen, keep my ears to the streets, and I see how I can read people just by looking at Big U and see how he looked like a shiesty, sneaky dude. You see, yeah, Cowboy know Big U was involved, but it's a 60 thing, and he right there where they at. So him saying too much on it could get him put in the same place with Nipsey. But Cowboy know, Cowboy was involved a little bit. He know who got Nip. Because all of a sudden, right after that, he pull out of the Bentley. He ended up riding around the Bentley, right after Nip get took out. And he was working for Nip. So, and then the way he reacted on the scene, Cowboy was definitely knowing what's going on. For real. So, Cowboy, now's your time to shine, baby. Big U off the streets. Y'all don't get scared now. Yeah, Big U was a bully. Now, but he ain't a bully to the feds. You can't bully the feds. They bully everybody. They the big bullies. That's right. That's right. Right around that time. And like I say, the Nip thing come from a combination of a couple things. Once the LAPD, allegedly, LAPD crime unit, which is Operation Crash, which is another form of COINTELPRO, I believe that they knew Big U didn't like Nip and wanted to do something to him, so they just pretty much agitated it, just like they do every other situation like that. They agitate you to go and do it. You can do it, and then even show them how, coach them through it. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Only thing about it is the shitty cuz IQ was so low, and that's how he got caught eventually. But the boy go to Las Vegas. Big U fronted it. The boy go to Big U said all that. He go to Las Vegas and all of that. Then he showed himself in at the crazy house. Big U told him to do all that. And all you real 60s on the streets in California, the niggas that really know, they know what time it was. This was a 60s shit thing because Nip mixed the DP. But it really wasn't about the DP. It really was about Nip, by Big U being jealous of Nip. And this and that and so don't be mad that Big U got put off the streets by the feds, and you just hope that you weren't connected with him, and that you wasn't nobody that he could use as a pawn to get himself. Because if you connected with Big U and he feel like you somebody that's scared of him, he gonna use you as a pawn to get himself out of jail. He gonna tell on whoever he could tell on that he know ain't gonna do nothing about it. That's the type of person that he is. Oh, this he'll do this. I'm gonna to get his time cut short. But ain't many people you could tell on Big U when everybody already told on you. See, that's the thing. See, the feds work with the first people who tell. That's the only thing about it. See, so some niggas, so Brick Baby that already told on everybody. Big Baby that already got in there say, yeah, Big U, he was in on the Nip Hustle thing. Big U still moving them thing. Big U got people putting hits on. Still got young Crips trying to make their name and sending them on missions. He still sending niggas on Big U. Listen up, OGs, and y'all know this from Neighborhood. Big U was still sending niggas on flunky missions for nothing. Like for he said something, he disrespected me. Go see about him. On some shit like that. It wasn't even about it, when he was sending niggas plays on niggas that it wasn't they ain't really even did nothing like that. Just to make a name, just to make a statement. That type of thing. Just because he got young niggas around him that believe in him. Because he made a name for himself. Right? But everybody's saying that Big U told to get his time, get guy because Shaw, and he got convinced others to tell. You see? So this is that 2025 where he thought he got away with Nip. He was walking around when I could tell how he was looking when Nip got killed, and he was saying that and he say little slick things. I could tell a look on his face that he's involved with Nip and that he felt like he got away with it. But this is that comeback. This is that get back. They done rounded up 19 people that's involved with Big U. And I'm pretty sure at least 3 or 4 of them people that told. When you dealing with the feds, this how it work, man. At least the people that got rounded up, the first guys that told, that's the guys that get the best handshake, best deal with these guys. So they done told on 2025, everything coming out. Don't be surprised if the Jeffrey Epstein thing come back up and the Anthony Weiner's laptop and a whole bunch of other stuff. They're gonna unfold. Yeah, no jump of the police. Brick Baby got on there telling everything. Oh man, I got about 25 bodies. I slapped the police. Man, I took a dump on the president's desk. He told everything. Big Baby, yeah, man. How many bodies you got, man? He right on no jumper. How many bodies you got? You don't got no body? Man, that's on Crip, cuz it's on Neighborhood. I got about 15 bodies. Yeah. Blad is the police, and Adam is the police. Then they ain't figured it out yet. I'm telling you. And you on there, a known gangbanger. And then Charleston White said that he put the play on Brick Baby. Charleston White said he called when Brick Baby was in Houston, put 10, he had a 10 stack on his head, said he put 10 stacks on Charleston White. Charleston White said he called his police friend and then put the feds on Brick Baby. So Charleston White said that he put the feds on Brick Baby. So maybe Brick Baby told on Big U and them about the Nipsey Hussle thing. Don't be surprised if Nipsey Hussle name come up on Big U getting arrested. I'm telling you, man. Shitty, but you gotta give it to Shitty Cuz because Shitty Cuz took his 60. They gave him 60 for being a 60. Took his 60 on the chin. Surprise, black them boys waiting though. I'm telling you. I know Black Sam, he waiting. Black Sam gonna get Shitty Cuz. He gonna put a play on him. Yeah, he got enough money to do it. He just waiting on a way to do it. I'm telling you. Don't be surprised if Shitty Cuz come up messed up in his cell or some kind of way. And then Big U, he can't get to Big U because Big U got too many connects. But now that Big U went down with the feds, everybody finna start getting from around getting from connected with Big U. They ain't gonna want no connections with him. And the OGs, all you OGs that's listening from 60 car, from Neighborhood, shout out Neighborhood. Y'all know Big U wasn't flying right, man. Come on, come on now. He wasn't flying right for old triple OG in this day and time. Triple OGs ain't sending nobody on no flunk mission no more. Like this is another day and time. Especially when y'all getting Big Baby told on everybody. Big Baby, man. Big Baby went up in there and just he Big Baby initiated the 19 people getting indicted. I tell you. They finna give Big Baby 60. They finna run then Big Baby when they say give Big Baby 60, because Big Baby know what having a nip. A lot of the 60s on the streets know it's a 60 thing. Right? So they know what happened to nip. That's gonna come up, man. I'm telling you. They want Big U. They want to make an example out of him. You hear me? They want Big U. Yeah, with informants. They listen to this. They already infiltrated the Crips a long time ago. They infiltrated the Crips in the 70s. The 70s. The Crips was 1979, 81, 82. Yeah, by 82, they was already fully infiltrated. Pay that they got Tucky, Sitter, and Raymond off the streets. They had to get Raymond off the streets. Raymond is just like Jeff. Raymond had the same look, man. On me studying Jeff Ford. Jeff Ford was 4'9". This nigga was 4'9", and had everybody had a whole military of muscle bound guys following him like he was God. I'm telling you, man. What kind of Jeff Ford was a powerful dude, man. As far and then them dudes when he joined the Moore Science Temple, the dudes said that they actually when Jeff Ford was in jail in Fort Leavenworth is when that he ran to the Moors, and the Moors was in jail, and he walked up to him, and they were over there pumping iron, and he walked up to him and started talking to him, and they said that he came off as a cool cat, so they took a liking to him. Then this dude named Ralph Walker L is the one that taught Jeff Ford the more science. Right, I don't want to get too far because I'm gonna do a whole tape on Jeff Ford and how he got set up with the $1 million and Muhammad Gaddafi thing. But Big U wasn't no Jeff Ford. Big U wasn't no Larry Hoover. Right? He nowhere near Jeff Ford. Jeff Ford was a real revolutionary. Freddie P was a real revolutionary. Right? Noble Drew Ali was a real revolutionary. Big U ain't that type. He's a demon that got out and putting boys and putting the young clan, the young neighborhood car into a bad predicament, steering the boys down the wrong way. When we ain't on that type of time no more. We trying to get out of the Blue House, trying to get out of the criminal life, the criminal life like they put us in, the COINTELPRO put us in, the government. Because the Blue House is a tribe. We was a tribe, not no gang. Big U got out trying to run the gang, not a tribe. Listen up, neighborhood, all you OGs. We a tribe, not no gang. The Crips a tribe, not no gang. They made us into a gang so they can criminalize us in the public eyes of the public. And Big U was adding to the fire. And he was working with LAPD, y'all. He was working with LAPD, y'all. Big U for the tell on a couple of cats. So just hope you don't got nothing on you, and don't like you, and he'll put you under the bus just to save himself. He that type of dude. I'm telling you, man. And he was in on Nip. There you go. But it ain't like I'm telling y'all. None of y'all don't already know. Because the real 60s know neighborhood know what time it was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like here the chickens coming home to roost. The universe coming home, because Nip was a good dude, man. So when you do good, people just like Yo Gotti and all the rest of them getting arrested for Young Dolph. Young Dolph was a good dude, and so now that comic coming back, you ain't get away. The dude that initially put the hit on him, Joe Gotti's brother, Juke, he got took out by, and I believe his own brother took him out to try to save himself. But now that's coming back to hunt him as well. right? So Young Dolph was a good dude. Young Dolph went out to try to smoke Joe Gotti until they found out he was trying to smoke him. So it's like bad guys going down in this day and time. You think you got away with doing that evil act to Nipsey Hussle, Big U, and now this is the comeback. You probably Big U will never get out of jail. And if you go to mention in the LAPD, Big U, they gonna make sure you come up some kind of way deceased up in there. I'm telling you, man. Because the same guys you gonna go tell on that you said that helped you with the nip thing, they with the same guys that arrested you, man. I'm telling you, man, in a subliminal way. So you go up in there talking about them police that was with you on the nip thing, they gonna try to put you out of business. That's who these guys are, man. They go way back in racism in LAPD. They'll throw you under the bus quick. Just another one. Another one. Tune in. And like I said, YouTube, this is all comedy. So you can't get mad. This is all comedy. End of the day, this is all comedy. Right? But we just want to bring that to you. Big U was arrested. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, man. May Nipsey Hussle rest in peace now. It's because some kind of way he's gonna get got for being involved with it. The universe gonna let nothing go like that. I'm telling you, man. It just ain't. It ain't gonna. I ain't see it happening. I knew eventually he's gonna get arrested or something was gonna happen to him for the Nipsey Hussle thing. So don't be surprised when Nip Hussle name come up in this thing. Yeah, the police pay him $70,000. But I bet you Big U. See, his thing is we got Big U on tape at the club with Shitty Cuz, and him and Shitty Cuz get into it with the bouncers at the club, and they fighting the bouncer at the club, Shitty Cuz and the Big U. He was like Big U little go boy. It was with him all the time. So we been put it together already. But Big U ain't no real chief like Jeff Fort, like Larry Hoover. Right? If we're talking about them labeling us as the gang, right? The Peace Stones wasn't a gang. They was a nation, just like the Nation of Islam. They at the Nation of Islam labeled as a gang, technically. But is the Nation of Islam a gang? No, they're a nation. So it's like that's like a normal tactic that they use. But like I say, shout neighborhood, y'all know what time it is. This is the Big Mama righteousness coming back, the universal energy serving the wrong, man. That's too wrong. That's too wrong. You can't make this. You can't be that wrong in this day and time and still exist and think nothing gonna come back to you. And that's how Big U was moving. Nah, but Jeff Stone did. I mean, no, but Jeff. They became the L Rookins. That's the name of his group, right? After the Peace Stones, right? But he was connected with the Vice Lords because that's how Jeff Fort got his nickname. They called him Angel. Why? Because he at a young age he could go around. He made all the gangs in Chicago make peace treaties. You know what I'm saying? Where they stop fighting against each other. That's why the government didn't like. That's one of the reasons the government didn't like Jeff Fort. But one of the real it was a couple things that really ticked them off about Jeff Fort. One was they wanted to punish him because, well, three things really. One, he turned Richard Nixon down from Richard Nixon's son Jeff Fort an invitation to come to his inauguration. Jeff Fort didn't go, so it's like you turn these type of guys down. You turn the president of the United States down that's about to get inaugurated into office. You turn him down, man. You know you going to jail when he get president, right? That's just one thing that ticked him off. He did that in the public's eye, and if they let him get away with it, they would have looked too defiant for a Negro to be trying to tell the president to go what he could do with his inauguration invitation. That's a bad look, right? Then he goes into jail and becomes a black Muslim. They already didn't like black Muslims, so that put that's another thing that made him like they like him. And then when he went to Milwaukee and then hooked up with the Moore Science Temple, man, that was the final straw right there. That broke the camel's back. Man, listen to what I'm telling you. If you want to get a swift kick in your butt from the government, going off talking about the Moors and the Moore Science Temple. Get you, and you got influence like Jeff Fort had, or like Nipsey Hussle. Anybody got influence, that'll get you a swift kick right in the crack of your butt by the U.S. government. Going out talking about the most, and that's what Jeff Fort went doing. He came back, changed the peace stones to the L Rookins. They started doing the more science, and boom, Hoover and his gang. We got to get rid of this guy ASAP. They set him up, get him in jail, and then set him up to like he running trying to set up a terrorist ring with the Libyans and Muhammad Gaddafi. They plant a grenade launcher, a rocket launcher inside of one of the Air Rookins' office. Well, I don't want to get too much. I'm doing a whole tape on this, but yeah, we got the whole storyline on Jeff Fort coming out probably like a couple of days from now. The whole storyline. I got AI doing a part, then I'm gonna do a breakdown on it. AI gonna do the whole storyline. Then I'm gonna do a breakdown on it of what really happened to Jeff Fort, right? And why Jeff Fort got more time than Doc. Jeff Fort got 168 years. Doc got 135. Jeff Fort got 168 years. Look, they gave the man 80 years, and he was already a certain age. He wasn't gonna get out with the 80. But just to add to insult, they gave him another 75. Give him 80. Hey, man, we really hate this guy. Let's give him 75 more. Man, look, when people start talking about 100 years, that's an insult. You may well tell a man life. Let's say he got an L. Just don't take if a man get over 70 years in prison, don't say 70 years. Say he got an L. That's it. Ain't no such thing as 120 years in prison. Bad people don't live that long. 168 years. What is this? That's saying, man, we hate you. We hate you so much. We hope you die in prison, and then we hope you stay in there 100 more years after you die. Yeah, Boxdale too. We're gonna be doing one on Boxdale too. Boxdale connects with Larry Hoover and Jeff Fort, Noble Drew Ali, Freddie P, all them connecting Chicago, the stanky onion. Chicago got been since 1800s. I think it was like now since 1791. I think that's Chicago is being held by foreign occupation, a foreign militant group, militant group. Yeah. So yeah, he connected with Larry Hoover. So we going and King David Boxdale is another one that he was on the list. He on the list. Chicago is a main hub, a main zero. Why? Because Noble Drew Ali starts the Pebble in 1913 when he to counteract the Federal Reserve Act. And so Chicago, even going back to Chief Blackhawk, right? Because that's my call sign, Blackhawk. Chief Blackhawk and fighting against them, the French, and fighting against the British. So we go all the way back. That land has always been a land that we've been back and forth. Why? Because it's one of the main supplies of fresh water supplies on our land. We got a couple more secret spots. I know of another secret spot, and when they talk about how you gonna own our water hole? That don't even make no sense. Nah, the person the person that influenced the Bloods was the bishop. His name was Roger. Uh, he got sent by the Rook. The Rook sent the Peace Stones sent the Rook out to school. His name was Rogers, P. Rogers. I'll think of his name in a minute, but that's how the Peace Stone connects with the Peru and Cali. All this gonna come out on a tape that we're putting out about the P Stones, and all this probably come out like either tomorrow or the next day. The COINTELPRO one, COINTELPRO Tactics, the Black P Stone Nation, Jeff Ford, Big Mama's Rook. It's gonna be called Jeff Ford, Big Mama's Rook. And you don't know what a rook is, right? A rook is the castle. A rook can move diagonal, horizontal, all spaces, right? So you're gonna be so just keep in mind about that. Jeff Ford is the rook on the red house for the black chess on the black he for the black pieces on the chessboard, and the blue for the black pieces on the chessboard for the blue house. Big Took was the rook. So we got two rooks in this chess game. Then we got two bishops. Larry Hoover was one of the bishops, which is why he carried a 5-pointed star, which represent the tribes of Israel and all that. And they telling you about some gangsters and all that. And he got a 6-pointed Israel star of David up there. And then he connected with King David. Y'all ain't put this together. And you ain't knowing that this land is Israel, this land is Egypt, this land is Greece, this land is Ethiopia that you standing on calling it America. Yeah, you ain't put it together yet. That king that Caesar and all of them was hanging out over here. King David and them was all over here. You ain't put it together. Jeff Fort was a Mississippian twi. The Mississippian twice. Nigga, Jeff Fort was 4'9", a swole 4'9" muscle bound dude. But he really wasn't that swole. He really just was. He was kind of bony a little bit on his early life. Yeah, we got one coming out on King David too, and it's all gonna make sense to you on what the heck on the bloody oath of the popes, and the kill out take out the princes and the chiefs on the lands. All gonna connect. And like I say, them guys that we just named, Big U ain't flying like them guys. Them guys might have did some bad stuff because they outlawed chiefs and we had war on the land, but Big U wasn't moving like that. Big U working against his own clan. And you OG 60s from neighborhood, y'all know what I'm telling the truth, cuz. And that other, what's that big dude name? 600. Hey, 600, know all. Go watch the dude 600. 600 be exposing Big U. He been exposing Big U. I'm telling you, because Big U was extorting him, and extorting they was extorting your boy, what his name is, Crip Mac from neighborhood, 55 Crip Mac from neighborhood. Well, what you mean? What are we? It depends on what you are. Like on your own board, you the king, and your girl is the queen, and you got your own bishops, your own knights. But like I said, this game was a conjure game, and the game was chess. I could pull up the video me and Rod did called the Conjure, and on there I got the chess board with the Moors on there sitting playing chess, right? And so this was a conjure game, and it's chess, not checkers, right? So in this chess game, like I said, Big Mama is the queen, and the rook and the queen work hand in hand. Man, you got a rook and a queen. You can count. You can with the help, the rook can take out the king with the help of the king and the rook. You can checkmate a king with a queen and a rook. Like I say, you got two rooks on the board. So the black house, which is Big Mama's house, then you got the white house, right? So the black in the black house, you got the red house and the blue house. The red house rook, told you with the L rooking, that Chief Angel, Jeff Ford is the red rook. Big Mama Rook. Big Mama moved her rook from Mississippi to Chicago. Why? Because Chicago is a. I want to. I'm really gonna do a whole tape on this, so I ain't gonna get too much into it. But Big Mama moved the rook to Chicago. That was a chess move for Jeff Ford to go to Chicago. Jeff Ford from Mississippi, Abilene, Mississippi. So he a twi Mississippian, 4'9". But and his pyramids all up and down Mississippi. You already know. It was the ones that they didn't knock down, and the ones they covered up with dirt. Try to say, "Oh, that's a mountain." Nah, nigga, that was a pyramid. You hauled truckloads of dirt to cover that up because you couldn't move it to hide the facts. But yeah, shout out my Mississippians, man. But we about to get up out of here, man. R.I.P. Nip. Hey, shout out Marathon Burgers. Hey, like when all that praying you did, shout out the boy Black Sam, because all that praying you did for to get back for your brother, this is it. Because I know you couldn't go out the Big U straight up because of the rules and regulations with the 60s and everything, they would have got back at you. But now the universe finna take Big U down better than you could have took him down ever. So Nip Hussle can rest in peace now, because Big U ain't gonna get back out. Everybody finna tell on Big U. Watch what I tell you. Because they were scared of him, but now in order to get him, when you scared of somebody, you tell on them to get them off those streets. That's how this game work, man. So yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. We'll be back tomorrow with some more. We just want to bring you them 2 quick updates on the Yellow Beezy thing and the Big U thing. Wadu, peace. We love you all.